What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training. And today we're going to be breaking down how to run a perfect corner route versus inside shade press when the DB plays it well and we don't get a ton of separation off the line of scrimmage. So I hope this video helps you guys out. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to get better off the line of scrimmage, you want to learn 20 new press releases and when to use each press release and a 2-week-long schedule to improve your route running in 10 days, check out that very first link in the description below for our Route Running Bible. What you can get access for with this Route Running Bible is 2 programs. You'll get access to our Improve Your Route Running in 10 days, 2-week-long schedule, sets and reps, and video examples of each drill that I want you to do to help your route running improve, and then a 50-minute long video on 20 press releases, when to use each one, and then drills for each one. This is a buy one, get one free value, so I hope you guys could check that out. Very first link in the description below. Let's get started. So when you have to run this corner route against press, there's 2 things that you can do, right? So A, you want to always work to restack. But what if you can't restack? What if the DB is in a good position to make a play? How do I get some separation on this route? And you got to make sure, since it's an outside breaking route, I give my quarterback space to throw me open. Okay, so now, start of the release, we have to make sure we identify his leverage. What leverage is he? Why is he playing like that? And how can I attack him? So he's lined up inside shade and he's in press. So we know his number one goal is to take away the inside. So with my release, there are a million different releases you could choose, but you got to make sure that we threaten him to the inside. We threaten him to where he does not want me to go. So that's what this wide receiver does. Now he comes off the line, he attacks his leverage, trying to get him to sit to the inside. Maybe doesn't do the best job selling the release. So this DB is able to open up and be what I call hip to hip with this receiver. So now we got to have a plan for this, right? So fellas, when we come off the line of scrimmage, it's not about breaking the DB's ankles. That's not where you get separation. Maybe you could get a little bit of separation off the line, but your mindset needs to be, I'm doing this press release to keep timing with my quarterback and to keep spacing so I can get separation at the top of the route. The top of the route is where all separation is either won or lost, right? So when he comes up to the top of the route here, he's not in a position where he can restack. And sometimes it's going to happen. DBs are talented. You're going up against talented, disciplined DB. He's not always going to jump right off the line and you're going to be able to restack him and go. Or the route may not just be long enough to allow you to restack. So we have to have a plan for it. And that's what I call a chicken wing method. So what that is pretty much essentially like getting skinny. It's when you do not try to run away from this guy. Like a lot of times what wide receivers will do is this DB will play it well. He'll be sitting here, he'll be on his inside hip, and receivers try to be afraid of the contact, and they'll go run away and just drift off in their route. The problem is when you have an outside breaking route, like an out route, a corner route, and like a fade route, and you don't give the quarterback enough space to the sideline to throw you open, that is a very challenging throw for him. So you have to get into this DB. You have to get into him and lean into him to be able to create space. So you have to, what I say, get skinny. You have to get into him. Don't be afraid of the contact. You want to lean into him with your body. You want to lean into him with your pad level. So when you break this thing off, A, you have some separation, but this is also a way of like pushing off without getting a flag. You don't want to come to the top of the route and then extend your arm and push him. But if you use your body and you get into him with some speed and you're in a good explosive position when you break that thing off, his momentum is naturally going inside, and that can create you maybe a step or 2 or even more of separation. So we have to make sure, fellas, when I'm running that corner route against press, I'm in inside shade press, and I take that outside release, I have to make sure that I'm comfortable leaning into him, because sometimes that DB will play it well, and sometimes I will not be able to restack and make a move. Everybody's go-to is, oh, well, if I got press and I'm running a corner, I'm going to restack, give him like a rocker step inside, and then go run the corner. But if that doesn't work, we don't want to be screwed and just end up running the route. We got to get into him, let's lean into him, and let's make sure we create space. Now, how else could you use this lean technique, right? Like, let's say maybe this DB's head-up press, and let's say I took an inside release and I had to run a post. You would then, if he plays it well, you'd lean into him with your right side and break off on the post. You always want to do that lean method when you take the release of the side of the break. So if you take an outside release on like an outside breaking route, like an out route or a corner, you could use the lean. If you take an inside release on a route like a dig or a post, that's when you would want to use the lean. So make sure we know when to use that and then how to use it without getting that flag thrown into me. So let's play this thing full speed. Great job attacking his leverage, not panicking when the DB is able to make this play, and leaning into him to create some separation and space for the QB to throw him open. All right, fellas, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. We always appreciate the feedback. It's always great to hear from you guys as usual. And again, fellas, if you'd like our Route Running Bible, a 2-week wide receiver field training schedule to improve your route running, and a 50-minute video breaking down every single press release that we teach with drills to work on each one and situations to use each one, check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.